Hello students, welcome to Sri classes. Let us start chapter number 5, arithmetic progressions. This chapter is relatively difficult, easy if you solve many numericals. Otherwise, relatively it appears to be difficult. There are many word numericals also which you can find in this one. That way simple, not much of a problem, but thing is the conceptual understanding is most important. So let us start with arithmetic progression. Let us have a look at a list of numbers which is also called a sequence and observe something in that. List of numbers. Let me write 1, 2, 3 and 4 sets of numbers I'll write here. 4 list of numbers. Hundred, 70, 40, 10, dot, 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 and minus 3, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, dot, 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 and one more number, 3, 3, 3, 3, dot, dot, dot. This dot, dot indicates this list of numbers continues. What is the speciality of this list? Can you observe here? All this list, there is a special thing in this one. If I ask you to predict the next terms, would you be able to do so? Yes, it is possible. For example, 2 is obtained by adding 1 to this number, 3 is obtained by adding 1 to this number, 4 is obtained by adding 1 to this number. Therefore, if you add 1 to this number 4, 5 you obtain. For that, if you add 1, 6 you obtain. For that 1, if you add 7, you will be obtaining. So, next number is obtained by adding a constant number, a fixed number to the preceding number, isn't it? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, this list, in this list 1, 2, 3, 4 are called terms of the list or the terms of the sequence. 1 is called the first term, and when it continues there is no last term because it is infinitely continuing. Here the first term is 100. Can you find any specific this thing here? How do you obtain 70? By adding minus 30 to 100. How do you obtain 40? By adding minus 30 once again to 70. How do you obtain 10? By adding minus 30 to 40. So check this also. Minus 2 is obtained by adding 1 to this term. Minus 1 is obtained by adding 1 to this term. 0 is obtained by adding 1 to this term. Here you are adding, to get 3, you are adding 0 to this term. To get 3, you are adding 0 to this term. To get 3, you are adding 0 to this term. And therefore, the speciality of such numbers. What is the speciality of such numbers? I can obtain a number by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Or I can say this way. Every term, each term is obtained by adding a fixed number, a constant number to the preceding term. So that is the specialty of these numbers, and therefore we say all these list of numbers are in AP, arithmetic progression. So what is arithmetic progression conceptually? A list of numbers is said to be, or a list of numbers, see, all these list of numbers are nothing but arrangement, isn't it? It is a particular arrangement of numbers or the arrangement of numbers in a particular order with a certain rule. So such list of numbers are called arithmetic progressions. Okay, so how do you define now? Conceptually, conceptually how do you understand this arithmetic progression? Conceptually you can do like this. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers, such list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term, isn't it? So if you know the first term and the fixed number, you can form the list of numbers, is it not? So how do you obtain first term? I don't know. How do you obtain the second term? Yes, by adding some number to the preceding term. Therefore, we are obtaining each term by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. So this is how conceptual understanding of AP. So what is an AP? First I'll write here. What is an AP? And then we'll define AP. what is an AP? AP means arithmetic progressions. So you have to note down these things. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. Except the first term. And here this fixed number, whichever I have written over here, this fixed number is called the common difference. Fixed number is called common difference. And how do you denote this? It is denoted by small d here. Okay, it is denoted by small d. And also note that this common difference can be d can be positive, negative, or 0 also. It can be anything. All these things have been explained here. In this case, the common difference is positive. 2 minus 1, is it? That's how we are getting. How do you get the common difference? This minus this, this minus this, this minus this. We are getting common difference, which is plus 1. Here the common difference is minus 30. 70 minus 100, minus 30. So everywhere I am adding minus 30 to get the next term. So important is, an arithmetic progression is a list of numbers and in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. We are not adding anything. First number, how do you obtain? Any it can be anything. The first term is a given term basically, and after that one only we will be able to create a list of numbers based on the common difference, and it can be positive, negative, or 0 important. So I hope you have understood, conceptually you have understood. Now let me define the arithmetic progressions technically or mathematically. Let us see how to define arithmetic progression. Here I will try to write, otherwise I will erase that part. Okay. So a sequence A1, A2, A3 ... AN is called, a sequence is called an AP, if there exists a fixed number called common difference such that see here, first term as it is, second term how do you obtain? A2 equals first term plus common difference, A3 equals A2 plus D, A4 equals A3 plus D. So it will continue. AN equals, if 2 it is 1 less, if it is 3 here 1 less, if it is 4 1 less, if it is AN 1 less, AN minus 1 plus D. So this is how this is how we define an AP. And remember, here itself I'll write if there exists a fixed number called common difference D, I'll write here D. Please note down this also. D such that common difference D such that A2 equals so and so. So important, you have to note it down. I hope you have understood how to define an AP now. A sequence A1, A2, A3, AN is called an AP if there exists a fixed number called common difference D such that next term is obtained by adding a common difference to the preceding term. So are these not matching? Please tell me. Are these not matching? Each term is obtained by adding a fixed number called common difference to the preceding term except the first term. So first term we are not doing any operation here. Second term is obtained by adding common difference to the first term. Third term is obtained by adding common difference to the second term. Fourth term is obtained by adding common difference to the third term, and this is how it continues. Finally, an equals an minus 1 plus d. I hope how to write this sequence you have understood. Is it clear? Yeah. So you have understood one important concept, list of numbers, a particular characteristic based on the list of numbers, conceptual definition. This is conceptual understanding. What is an AP? And this is the definition of defining an AP basically. Okay. And here also you can write one more important aspect of D here. Here D can be positive, negative or 0. If you write, it is better because it can take any values. Okay. So note it down, and then we'll go to the general form of an AP. General form of an AP. Okay. First note it down. Let us write the general form of an AP. So how to write the general form of an AP? Important, you must know about this. So consider an arithmetic progression A1, A2, A3, A4 ... AN, etc. So this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, let first term A1 equals A and common difference equals D. And therefore, how do you obtain now A2 equals? Here important, A1 equals A, A2 equals A1 plus D. What is A1? A plus D. Now A3 equals A2 plus D. What is A2? Check here, A plus D. So A plus D, which is A plus 2D. Next A4 equals A3 plus D. What is A3? Check here, A3, A plus 2D. So A plus 2D plus D, which is A plus 3D. Isn't it? So finally, first term if it is A, then how do you obtain the subsequent terms? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. And therefore general form of AP is written as A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D ... So important, this is called the general form of an AP. I hope you are able to understand the general form of an AP and mark it. This is helpful for solving the numericals. We require quite often this formula. The general form of an AP is A plus D. If you know the first term and the common difference, you can form an AP. I'll give one example here itself. let us take one example here. First term a equals 4 and d equals 5. Form an AP. This is the question. Form an AP. Form an AP. So we know that the general form is written as, so AP is given by a plus d, a plus 2d dot dot dot. So 4 comma 4 plus 5 comma 4 plus 4 plus 2 times 5 comma 4 plus 3 times 5 dot dot dot. Is it correct? So finally, what is the AP here? 4, 9, 5 2s are 10 plus 4, 14, 5 3s are 15 plus 4, 19 dot dot dot. Now check here, how do you obtain 9? By adding a common difference 5 to this term. How do you obtain 14? By adding 9 to this one. How do you obtain 19? By adding 5 to this one. And therefore, each term is obtained by adding a fixed number called the common difference to the preceding term except the first term. Anything has been given to you about the first term? First term itself is given to us, and therefore you go on adding 5 in this form to get an AP here. So using the general form of an AP, we can form a list of numbers provided we know the first term and the common difference. Is it clear? So I hope you note down all these entire contents, and important, underline this one or block it as it is. The general form of an AP is so and so. Okay, so note it down, and then I'll take up how to find out the common difference for a given AP. Next one. Let us now understand, for a given AP, how to find out the common difference. How to find common difference for a given AP. For a given AP. Consider an AP A1, A2, A3, A4 dot dot dot. All these are the terms here, comma, 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 etc. Okay. So common difference is obtained by subtracting the preceding term from the succeeding term, or I can say like this: succeeding term minus preceding term gives you the common difference. What is that? Succeeding term minus the preceding term gives you the common difference. A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3, that gives you common difference. But make sure that the common difference should be same. Here, why I am taking, why we should say that common difference should be same? If at all this list is to be in the form of an AP, in arithmetic progression, then common difference should be same here. And therefore, I'll write here, consider in AP this one. So common difference is obtained by common difference D equals A2 minus A1, or it also can be A3 minus A2, or it can be A4 minus A3. It continues like that. I hope you are able to understand. Next term minus succeeding term minus preceding term for a given AP gives you the common difference. And this is fixed here, is it not? This minus this, this minus this, this minus this, all these are equal. Okay, one example we will take here. Example, find first term and common difference. Find first term and the common difference. Find the first term and common difference. Okay, AP is 2, 4, 6, 8 dot dot dot. Already it is given that this is in AP, isn't it? And therefore first term is equal to first term. Solution I am writing. First term A equals 2, and common difference d equals 4 minus 2, which equals to, you take 6 minus 4, also d is equal to 6 minus 4, which is 2. You can take also next one, 8 minus 6, which is equal to 2, and therefore d equals to common difference is 2. This is how you can find out. You need not do all these things. When they say it is an AP, you take only the first two terms and find out, and that remains fixed for rest of the terms also. You can pick up any two successive terms here. It is not that 8 minus 2, 6 minus 2, not like that. You have to pick up two successive terms, and always the common difference is succeeding term minus preceding term. I think let me write that one, because that is most important. It is always succeeding term minus preceding term. Is it clear? So common difference, note d equals succeeding term minus preceding term, which is important. Okay, not the vice versa. And therefore sometimes you get negative also, but it is all right. Okay, I hope you have understood how to find the common difference for a given AP. Okay, next we'll see what is the general term of an AP or nth term of an AP, most important part. First you note it down. Yeah, we'll see here now, general term of an AP or nth term of an AP. How do you obtain this general term of an AP or nth term of an AP? And nth term of an AP is the most important formula to be used in our all further calculations when we take the numericals. Okay, fine. So let us see how to arrive at this. Consider an AP. Consider an AP A1, A2, A3, A4, dot dot dot. This is the list of numbers. Okay, it continues. Let A be the first term and D be the common difference. Let first term be A1 equals A and common difference equals D. Let the common difference be D here. Therefore, A1 equals A, A2 equals A1 plus D, which equals A plus D. Listen very carefully. A1 is A here, so this is A plus D. Can I write this D as A plus 2 minus 1D? A plus 2 minus 1D. Both are same, no? A plus D is nothing but A plus 1 times D. So A plus 2 minus 1 is 1 times D, correct? Similarly, A3 equals A2 plus D. What is A2 here? A2 equals A plus D plus D, A plus 2D. Are you able to understand here? A2 plus D. What is A2? Take from here. A plus D. So A plus D is nothing but A plus 2D. Can I write this one as A plus 2D as A plus 3 minus 1 into D? If this is 3 here, it is 3 minus 1 times D. If it is 2 here, it is 2 minus 1 times D. Okay, let me continue further. A4 equals A3 plus D, which is nothing but A plus 3D. Why it is so? A3 come here. This is A plus 2D. A3 equals A plus 2D. A plus 2D plus D is A plus 3D. Now can I write A plus 3D as A plus 4 minus 1 times D? So similarly, if I continue here, AN equals, this is 4AN minus 1, AN minus 1 plus D. How did I write this one? 4, 3 here, 4 minus 1, so N minus 1 plus D, which equals, forget about this, you need not write, or you can also write this also, A plus, this is N into A plus, if it is 4 here, N minus 1 into D. That's all. Is it correct? How do you get this one? 3, or it is 4 minus 1, no? 4 minus 1 is nothing but, if it is 4 here, 4 minus 1D. If it is 5 here, 5 minus 1D. If it is 6 here, 6 minus 1D. If it is N here, N minus 1D. That's all. Therefore, N equals A plus N minus 1 into D is called the general the general term or nth term of an AP. And therefore, I'll write here, finally here I'll write, okay, therefore, general term of AP, A equals A plus N minus 1 into D. This is most important formula. I hope you have understood. How did you obtain? This is how you can obtain. General term is A plus N minus 1 into D. AN here, okay, not A, AN. Yeah, AN is the nth term. General term is also called nth term. This is also called nth term. Nth term of an AP is given by AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D here. A plus N minus 1 into D here. Okay, so make sure that you know about this one. Here also I'll write AN equals A plus N minus 1 times D. This is called the general form, general term of an AP or nth term of AP. Dear students, I'll just summarize now because these are important formula whatever we have learnt. In one sheet I'll just summarize it and then we are ready to solve the numericals. Very quickly I'll summarize. Now I'll not take much time here. Hope you have understood. Please note down, pause the video to note down. I hope you have noted down, and let me erase and start with the summary here. So an AP is given by an arithmetic progression. AP is given by A1, A2, A3 dot 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 up to AN if there exists a common difference D such that A2 minus A1 which equals A3 minus A2 etc. It continues, isn't it? So this sequence is called an AP such that the common difference is this. This also can be written as A2 equals A1 plus D, A3 equals A2 plus D, AN equals AN minus 1 plus D. This also we can write it because it's the same sequence. And next, if you know given AP is not the given AP, general form of an AP. General form of an AP. What is the general form? We'll see. This is AP, basically given AP. This is the definition. General form. What is the general form of an AP? If A and D are known, then the general form is, then the general form A of an AP is A a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d continuous, and finally general term of an AP. General term of an AP. How do you get the general term of an AP? Basically, which is also called, or it is also called nth term of an AP. Nth term of an AP. It is given by an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the important formula. Okay, a plus n minus 1 into d. So these are the basics which we have studied so far, and now I'll take up the numericals. In this chapter, actually there are only mainly two sections. One is to find out the sequences, that is arithmetic progression, list of numbers, and second is the sum of first n terms. There are only two sections, but enormous number of numericals are there, and unfortunately we cannot categorize the numericals in this chapter. I have to pick up the numericals randomly and solve it. There is no particular categorization. Probably I'll try to solve a similar type of numericals with 3-4 examples and all, so that you can understand how to solve a particular type of numerical. Okay, so first you note it down, and then I'll proceed with the numericals. Okay, and of course there is a small part in this one, in the first section itself, that is the nth term from the end. Later on I'll take up, based on whatever we have studied today, I'll pick up some example numericals. Okay, fine, note it down. One more small concept, finite AP and infinite AP. We'll see that one. Finite AP and infinite AP. Finite AP contains fixed number of terms and infinite AP contains infinite terms. It contains infinite terms. Here you find last term exists. There is a last term. Last term exists here, and here there is no last term. There is no last term. One example I'll take here. For example, heights of 8 students as below. In centimeters, as below in centimeters: 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it? Is it in AP? Let us check. 149 minus 148, 1. This minus this, 1. This minus this, 1. Yes. Therefore, this is in AP, and 148, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. There are 8 students. What is the first term? 148. What is the last term? 155. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all these conditions are applicable, and hence this is called a finite AP. Is it right? Okay. What is an example for infinite AP? How do you represent? Let us write first. Infinite AP, it is something like this. Example: 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it in AP? Yes. Dot, dot, dot. 3 dots indicate generally this series, not series, sorry, this sequence and series, there is a difference. Okay, this sequence or the list of number continues basically. So in this case, can you find out the last term? Do you know how many terms? And therefore this is called an infinite AP. That's the only difference here. Finite AP you have fixed number of terms, infinite AP there are no fixed terms. Finite AP there is a last term available with you, and infinite AP there is no last term available. So this is the main difference between finite and infinite AP. Okay, I think with this introduction we are ready to solve the numericals. I am taking now few numericals from your textbook. See, please remember the textbook numericals are quite competitive in nature, and equally more competitive are the R.D. Sharma questions. Okay, I will be solving both of that. Note it down and I will erase this, clear the board. About the serial numbers of the numericals, I go on putting the serial numbers. Maybe I may miss here and there, but make sure you ensure that you put the same serial number. Which one shall I take now? Example sums. I am picking up from RDS. Just a moment. Yeah, some illustrative examples from RDS I'll take, and meantime I will be taking from your textbook also. Okay, so write an AP whose first term is 10 and common difference is 3. First one, numericals. First one, write an AP where A equals 10 and D equals 3. So solution, AP is given by A plus D, A plus 2D dot dot dot, and therefore 10 plus 3, 10 plus 2 times 3, 10 plus 3 times 3, or here dot dot dot. Is it right? Okay, so let's check whether it is an AP or not now. It is definitely, it should be 10, 13, 16, 19, after this dot dot dot. So this is an AP. So write an AP where A is equal to 10 and D is equal to 3. AP is given by 10, 13, 16, 19, etc. So this is the answer for this one. So finally also you can write therefore, see, generally it is better if you write, and therefore AP is 10, 13, 16, 19 dot dot. It will not take much time once again to write it, isn't it? Second one, next question. Write an AP having 4 as the first term and minus 3 as the common difference. Write an AP, okay, where A equals 4 and D equals minus 3. So A equals 4, A plus D equals 4 minus 3, which is 1. A plus 2D equals 4 minus here 4 minus 3 I have directly taken. Okay, I hope you have understood. 4 plus here I am taking 2 into minus 3, which equals 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. A plus 3D equals 4 plus into bracket 3 into minus 3, 3 into minus 3, which equals 4 minus 9 equals minus 5, and there it continues, and therefore AP is given by, therefore AP is given by, let us see what is that AP is given by. A plus D, A plus 2D dot dot dot. So what is A here? 4. implies, I'll write, it is better, implies 4 1 minus 2 minus 5 dot dot dot. Check whether it is correct. 4 1 minus 2 minus 5 dot dot dot. It will continue. So note it down. I'll go to the next question now. For the following AP, write the first term and common difference. Next is a different one. So note it down. See, all this, there is no categorization. Simply randomly you have to pick up and start solving. Next AP is given to you. You have to find out the first term and common difference. So I hope with this how to form the AP you have understood using this general form. The general form of an AP is given by A plus T, A plus 2D, etc. Therefore we write AP is given by so and so. Okay, and therefore AP is given by A plus T, A plus 2D, and hence this is the answer. Okay, make sure that you write properly also. Fine. Next, third question. Third question. Third is for a given AP, find first term and common difference. Common difference. In this, first I will take 1 by 3, 5 by 3, 9 by 3, 13 by 3, etc. 13 by 3 dot dot dot. This is the AP given to you. So how do you find out the first term here? Here, first term A equals 1 by 3, isn't it? Okay, here also you can designate A1, A2, A3, A4 dot dot dot. You can write there also, there is absolutely no problem. So first term is so and so. So what is the common difference here? Common difference, how do you find out? D equals A2 minus A1, A2 minus A1, which is 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3, which is 5 minus 1 by 3, which is 4 by 3. One more you can check it, A3 minus A2. Also, let us check one more here. Actually, this is enough. One answer is enough. But for your understanding, I am working out one more term also. A3 minus A2. D equals A3 minus A2. Always succeeding term minus preceding term. So 9 by 3 minus 5 by 3 minus 5 by 3 equals 9 minus 5, 3, which is 4 by 3. And see here, what is the common difference? Everywhere you can find 4 by 3 as the common difference. And finally, therefore, A equals 1 by 3, D equals, this is the final answer, 4 by 3. So this is my answer for the given question. Okay. So let me take from your textbook, second one. 3 by 2, 1 by 2, and there is an example here. I'll write here. Second, what is that you have to find out? For a given AP, find the first term and the common difference. Second problem out of this one. AP is given by 3 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, dot dot dot. This is what it is given. Therefore, what is the first term here? First term A equals 3 by 2, and common difference. So D is equal to half. If you designate this as A1, A2, A3 dot dot dot, then I can refer also, like, you know, D equals A2 minus A1, which is half minus 3 by 2, which is 1 minus 3 by 2, which is minus 2 by 2, and therefore which equals minus 1. D equals minus 1. Let me check whether it is correct or not. 2 is a common, 1 minus 3, and therefore minus 2 by 2, which is 1. Also, you can find out, this is enough for the time being, and therefore I'll write A equals 3 by 2 and D equals minus 1. This is final answer, isn't it? And let me take another one example. Yeah, one more I'll take. Find the common difference and first term. These are simple sums. I hope you have understood. Not required to be taken anymore, but let's see. One more last one. Which one I have to take now? 0.6, 1.7. Just a moment, I will set the textbook. Just a moment, hold please. Yeah, 0.6, 1.7. Third one, 0.6, 1.7, 2.8, 3.9, dot dot dot. So let this be A1, A2, A3, A4 continuous. Okay. So what is the first term? Therefore, first term. See, I can write first term A1 or A. That is okay. Okay, because first term generally in AP is referred to as A itself. First term I can write. This time I am writing like A1. A1 equals 0.6. Common difference. Common difference. Let it be D. Therefore, D equals 1.7 minus 0.6, which is equal to, how much this is? 1.1. 1.1. Correct? 1.1, 0.6, 7, 1.7. Yeah, next. Let us, therefore, I can say, therefore, A1 equals 0.6 and D equals 1.1. This is the answer. But D you can check for others also. For example, 2.8. D also should be equal to 2.8 minus 1.7. 1.7. Check it. 2.8 minus 1.7. And I would have won the, it is 1.1. And therefore, common difference is same. I hope you have understood how to. These are very simple numericals, and we could find out the first term and common difference. So next, I am taking how to check the AP. Let us take some numericals where there is a list of numbers given to you, and whether these are AP or not, we'll try to confirm it. Okay, fine. Note it down first. Here we'll find out which of the following are AP. I am taking from your textbook, and this is exercise 5.1, fourth main. Exercise 5.1, fourth main. For your information, exercise 5.1 and fourth question out of that, the first one. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. So this is given here as a list of numbers, and we have to check whether this forms an AP or not. So let me check now here. This term minus this term, D equals 4 minus 2, which equals 2. And D equals 8 minus 4, which equals 8 minus 4 is 4. And D equals 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8, which is minus 2. As D is 6 minus 8 is minus 2, correct? No? 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16 it is. So this should be, just a moment, 2, 4, 8, 16. Isn't it? So D equals 16 minus 8, which is 8. Correct? So do you find any common difference constant here? There is no fixed common difference here. And therefore, as D is not constant, given list is not in AP, not in AP, or given list does not form AP. List does not form an AP, or list is not AP. That's all. Something like this. Any one of these are acceptable, which you can write. Let me take the second one now. Out of this second one, given is 2, 5 divided by 2, 3, 7, 7 by 2. This is how it is given. Let me check now. See, all the differences you have to check here. It is not that you will check only for 2 numbers and leave it and conclude it. No, it is not possible. Because in order to check whether these are in AP or not, I must confirm whether the common difference is constant for all the successive terms here. Do you understand? And therefore, let's see here now. Therefore, D equals 5 by 2 minus 2, which equals 2 is the LCM. So 5 minus 4 here, which is 1 by 2. And also D equals 3 minus 5 by 2, which equals 6 minus 5 by 2, which is 1 by 2. Also next is D equals 7 by 2 minus 3, which equals 2, 7 minus 6, which is 1 by 2. Therefore, as D is constant, okay, the given list forms an AP. I hope you are able to understand. Let me take another one now here. This is fourth, and some sub questions I am taking. Third one. Okay, so let's see third one. Third one is simple. Fourth one is simple, you can do. Fifth one I'll take. Fifth one. 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, dot dot dot. This is what it is given. No, one more. 3 plus 3 root 2 is also given. 3 plus 3 root 2. This is what it is given to you. I think I'll erase this part. I hope you have noted down. See, pause the video to note down all these sums, okay? You must understand and you must note down all these sums very neatly. Let me clear these boards. Which of the following are AP? I have already told you which is the exercise and all. Let me have a space available for solving the numericals now. So this is fifth one. 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus 3 root 2. This is what it is given, and it continues. Okay, it continues. So let us see whether this forms an AP. So I can mention this as A1, A2, A3, A4, dot dot dot. Also you can write below that. Always it is, instead of writing A1 is equal to so, A1, A2 equals so and so, you can write below the sequence in terms of A1, A2, A3, A4 also. So let us find out the common difference. D equals A2 minus A1, which is 3 plus root 2 minus 3, which is root 2. Now D equals A3 minus A2 equals 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus root 2, 3 cancels, 2 root 2 minus root 2 is root 2. So here also D equals this. Next, D equals A4 minus A3 equals 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2, which equals 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root 2. This will cancel. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2, which is nothing but root 2. Therefore, as D equals root 2 is constant, the list forms the list forms an AP. This is how we can write it. Next one. Which one shall I take? 0.22, that you can work out minus half. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. One more problem. This is eighth one. Given list of numbers is minus half, minus half, minus half, minus half, dot dot dot. What a number here, isn't it? So by looking at this, can you see that the common difference is 0 here? It is not 0. Let us see. Okay, it is not 0 probably. We'll work out the common difference. So let me turn these terms as A1, A2, A3 and A4. Therefore D equals A2 minus A1, which equals A2 is minus half, minus into bracket minus half. So which is minus half plus half, which is 0. Now D equals A3 minus A2 equals A3 minus A2. What is A3 minus A2? Let us check here. Minus half minus minus half. Both are same, no? And therefore this equals 0. And similarly A4 minus A3 equals minus half, which is 0. Therefore, as D equals 0 is constant, the given list forms an AP. Is it right? So note down all these numericals. Where are the solutions for this? I did not check the answers. I hope you should be able to check this and let me know if there is a mistake. Please correct yourself. Okay. I think next I'll take a little bit different types of numericals. First you note it down. I thought it is continue to with solve similar type of numericals, because few more critical numericals are there from your textbook. Your textbook numericals are not so easy. Please remember. Let's check now. Which of the following are AP? Same question number 4, same exercise I am continuing. I'll take up 10th one. A, 2A, 3A, 4A, dot dot dot. So here let's see. D is equal to common difference. D equals 2A minus A equals A. D equals 3A minus 2A equals A. D equals 4A minus 3A equals A. Therefore, as common difference D equals A is constant, the given list forms AP. Next question. 11th, A square, A cube, A to the power 4. It continues. Okay, let's see how to solve this one. So common difference, let common difference be D, and therefore D equals A square minus A, which is nothing but A square minus A. How do you find out this one? A square minus A is what? A I'll take common. Let me check. If I take common A minus 1. So let me take next D equals A cube minus A square, which equals A square. I'll take A square. If I take common, it is A minus 1. Then D equals A to the power 4 minus A cube. A cube if I take A minus 1. Check whether these are correct. Common difference, is it same here? No, it is not same. Therefore as D is not constant, the given list is not in arithmetic progression. Next question. 12th one, root 2, root 8, root 18, root 32. Everything I would like to express in terms of 2 here, and therefore let us see here whether you can write or not. You can find out or not. Okay, so let's see, or you can see you can find out the common difference directly and check whether it is correct or not. So let this be A1, A2, A3 and A4. It continues. So D equals A2 minus A1 root of 8 minus root of 2, which is equal to 2 root 2 minus root 2. 2 root 2 minus root 2 is root 2. So D equals root 2. Once again now D equals A3 minus A2 root of 18 minus root of 8. 18 can be written as 9 into 2 or 3 root 2. So it is 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2, which is root 2. Next, also D can be written as A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3. A4 minus A3 root of 32 minus root of 18. Root of 32 is nothing but how much it is? Under root of 2 to the power 5, under root of 2 to the power 4 into 2. 2 to the power 4 comes out as 2 to the power 2 and 2. So this is 4 root 2. So 4 root 2 minus this can be 3 root 2. 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2, root 2. Therefore, as D equals root 2 is constant, the given list is in AP or forms an AP. I hope you are able to understand all these questions. Another one or two I'll take now. Note it down. Pause the video to note down. Next one is 1 square 5 square xv. Is it 15th? Yeah, 1 square 5 square 7 square and 73 it is given. I don't know how this is 73 here, dot. Very interesting. So can we write it in a different way and check? So therefore given list is can be rewritten as given list can be rewritten as 1, 25, 49, 73 dot. So let this be A1, A2, A3, A4 dot. So common difference D equals A2 minus A1, 25 minus 1, which equals 24. Also D equals A3 minus A2, 49 minus 25, which equals 24. And D also is equal to A4 minus A3, which is 73 minus 49, 50, 23 and plus 1, 24. Isn't it? Therefore, as common difference D equals 24 is constant, the given list forms an AP. Let me take one more now. I hope you have understood and note it down. Let me take one more last one in this series, XIV. xiv. Here it is 1 square, 3 square, 5 square, 3 square, 5 square, 7 square, dot dot dot. So expand it and write it. Therefore, rewriting the sequence, 1, 9, 25, 49, dot dot dot. So let this be a1, a2, a3, a4. D equals a2 minus a1, which is 9 minus 1 equals 8, and also D equals 25 minus a3 minus a2, which is 25 minus 9. 25 minus 9 is 16, and 49 a4 minus a3, which is 49 minus 25 equals 24, isn't it? 24. Therefore as D is not constant, the given list, the given sequence is not in AP. Clear? I hope you have understood very well. Now, I think I will stop this lecture, almost 1 hour, and in my next lecture I'll take up important sums, and many numericals will be taken from RDS. There is no particular pattern or the category. Simply I will show you the RDS, I'll display the RDS numericals and also textbook numericals, and start solving. You must note down each and every sum, and you must practice each and every sum. So see you in the next lecture. Thank you.